A slow and steady rhythm. Inhale equal to exhale. Just let your elbows hang nice and heavy. Notice if there's any tension up there in the shoulders or the elbows. You can even kind of move around a little bit, just shake it off. Notice your hands. Can you just relax the hands? I always find myself, even after 10 years of teaching, making these little fists. So just let your hands relax. And check in with your jaw, making sure the teeth are separated, the eyes are soft, forehead nice and broad. And then you're welcome just to stay here with this really nice, even breath in and out of your nose, especially if it is serving you. Or I'm going to lead about 2 minutes of alternate nostril breathing, which is my absolute favorite way to get my nervous system to move back towards balance. So again, if you're more comfortable just breathing in and out of your nose, just stay with that. If you would like to practice alternate nostril, you'll just bring your right hand up to plug the right nostril. Now you can always support the right elbow with the left hand if you need to. And then take a big inhale in through your left nostril. Plug the left nostril with pointer finger, exhale through right nostril. Inhale right nostril. Plug right nostril, exhale left nostril. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. And let your shoulders relax. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. If this doesn't serve you, just go back to the nostrils. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. Just a few more. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. One more round. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. Let your palm fall down to the knee. Inhale both nostrils. Exhale both nostrils. And just sit for a moment, returning to breathing in and out of the nose for a few rounds. Noticing, letting go of story, just observing and witnessing the breath in and out of your nose. Beautiful. And then from this place, just continuing to breathe, begin to form an intention for your practice. Intention can be anything you'd like to bring into your life, or even something that you wish to release and let go of in the space of your practice today. My intention today is to release all negative thoughts and to always be moving towards love, even though it sounds a little woo-woo. So borrow it if you need to, or set your own and begin to bring palms together, letting thumbs rest right at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Take in a big inhale and exhale. Lovely. When you're ready, go ahead and just ease your palms down. We'll do a few things here seated. So if you want to switch out the cross of your legs or move in a different direction, you're welcome to do that. But when you're ready here, a few sun breaths, take a big inhale. Reach up, sweep up, side body long. Exhale nice and slowly, bringing thumbs to heart center, letting the movement and the breath be as one. Inhale, reach and stretch up. Try to keep it in and out of your nose as best as you can. And then a long, slow exhale to bring those thumbs all the way down to your heart. Nice. And then one more big inhale, sweeping up. And slow exhale, thumbs down to heart center. Nice. And then when you're ready, ease the palms down. Let's bring our right hand to the floor and then sweep that left arm up and over. Relax your left shoulder. Just find an easy place to be here. So you don't have to go over super far here. Just come to where you can. Relax that shoulder. Breathe here. And then just as you're here, notice that rib cage on the open side. Can you send a deeper breath into the rib cage? Yeah. And then circle the arm down and around. So as you circle, just let your breathing be nice and easy. You can close your eyes if you want to, and then just bring your attention to that shoulder that is receiving the movement. Good. And then when you are ready, go ahead and reverse direction. So circling in the other way. Yeah, and do your best to just take it slow today. A lot of us, our nervous systems are kind of stuck in fight flight right now and overdrive. I'm raising my hand also. So anytime you can slow down, just do that. Good. And then one more circle brings you all the way up, back, and around. Sit into the center, hands down on the knees. Take in a big inhale. And exhale. Good. When you're ready, let's bring the other hand down to the earth and reach and stretch up over to opposite side. Again, it's not required for you to go super, super far over and do this big stretch. Just go to the subtle place. Move towards the easier way. Good. Open up the rib cage on that lengthened side. Breathe into it. Feel your ribs expanding with a deeper breath. Nice, you guys. And then let's circle the arm down and around. So take some nice big circles here. As you breathe, imagine sending the breath into that shoulder, receiving the movement. To again, let go, release anything you need to. And then go ahead, reverse, move the circle in the other direction. Nice. Good. And then one more circle brings you all the way up, back, and through center. Hands, bring them both down on the knees, close the eyes, and notice the shoulders. Notice the difference between right shoulder, left shoulder. Maybe one a little warmer than the other, maybe. Take in a big inhale. And a big exhale. Nice. When you're ready, let's go ahead and make our way to table pose, hands and knees. So coming onto the mat. And once you get to your mat, we'll just start to gently move through some cat-cow here. So as you inhale, allow your belly to drop down, your heart to lift. And then as you exhale, move and round the spine. So people ask me quite a bit, how do I help my low back pain or back pain? This is really a lovely go-to. So just don't worry about how big you make the movement. And we can do so much through some nice subtle movement. So just make it what you need it to be today. And let go of everything else, especially the mind telling you it's not enough or too much, all of those things. Just sink into the movement, into the breath. Good. And then when you're ready, let's find a neutral table. So the spine is nice and neutral. Plant your palms to the earth, and then let's reach and stretch the right leg back behind you. Flex through the right foot. Keep your right hip point facing the earth. Good. And then step that right foot through between your hands. So we're going to find a lunge. So You want your right foot and your left knee to be hip width apart. Bring your hands up on top of the right knee and make sure your knee is right over that ankle, okay? If you want a little more stability, you can curl that left toe under. So hands up on top of the right knee, and let's just kind of move forward and back. Now, if this is sensitive on your left knee, you can fold your yoga mat over to support it. You can also grab a blanket or pillow to go underneath the knee. So always give yourself support if you need it, but let's just warm up the front of the left hip, the psoas. Now, believe it or not, our psoas is our fight flight muscle. So we're gonna work into the psoas a little bit today in a gentle way, right? So that usually for people gets kind of locked up. And the psoas is connected to the shoulders and the neck. So a lot of times your neck and shoulder pain and tension is connected to the psoas being locked. Good. Find a nice neutral place there. I think I've talked enough. And then reach and stretch those arms up. Good. Now, if this causes too much strain or stress, take your hands to your hips. Okay, whichever feels best for you, where you can just take some nice deep breaths in and out of the nose. Relax your shoulders, your face, and your jaw. Beautiful. One more inhale, reach up. And then on your exhale, bring those hands down to frame your right foot. You're gonna bring your right or left hand to the floor underneath your left shoulder, and then reach that right arm up. So if you wanna take that left knee back a little bit, curling left toe under, lifting the knee up off the floor, take it back, you can do that. If you want to step your right foot over to the right 1 footprint or so, flex the foot, let the right knee wing out to the side, do that. But if those things don't feel good, don't do them. Again, let yourself go towards the more subtle place today if you need it. And now breathe in case you stopped. Breath all the way down into the belly. Just one more full inhale. Good. And then exhale, bring that right hand down to the earth. Now you're going to back your hips up, move your right heel to the floor. You can bend the right knee if you need to in order to get your hands to the floor. It is still going to stretch the back of the right leg. But once you find your shape here, let your neck be nice and long. Slow your breath down. You can also grab like pillows or some prop there you have at home to lift the earth up if the hands don't quite touch the ground. And breathe in and out of your nose. Don't worry what it looks like or if you have it quote unquote correct or right. You are enough and you are perfect. All you have to do is breathe, I promise. Good. Start to bend back into the right knee. Let's bring our hands to the floor and bring the right knee and left knee back to a table pose. Just work through a little cat-cow here. So moving the spine through these movements to integrate what we did. Beautiful. And just be easy with it. Easy with the thoughts, easy with the breath. Nice. And let's inhale to a neutral table. When you're ready, reach and stretch that left leg back behind you, flex through the left foot, little baby core engagement there. And then left foot comes through into the lunge. So set up your lunge from the ground up. Right knee, left foot are hip width apart, hands up on top of the left knee. Make sure your knee doesn't go far past the ankle. And then you're gonna do that gentle movement here. So moving forward and back. Now you may notice that one hip is a bit more agreeable than the other. Totally fine. Good, just going back and forth here, allowing the front of the hip to open, breathing with it, check in with your shoulders, your jaw, your face, all those things. Awesome. One more nice deep breath here. Just be easy with it. And then when you're ready, find a neutral place, reach and stretch the arms up. Or if you did hands on the hips on the first side, go ahead, do that here. And Relax your shoulders, your face, your jaw. Just slightly pull the left outer hip back, making sure the hips stay somewhat symmetrical. Good. Nice, slow, deep breath. Good. One more inhale, reach. And then exhale, hands come down around the left foot. This time the right hand comes to the earth below the right shoulder. You can kind of pull the right knee back a little bit if you want to. You don't have to. And then let's find a twist. So if you want to, you can come to bring the left foot over to the left 1 footprint or so. Flex the left foot. Let the knee come out to the side. Totally optional. You can just keep your twist pretty straight on and keep the left foot on the floor if that feels better to your body today. Good. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Just be where you are. One more inhale, reach. And then exhale, left hand down to the earth. Let's go ahead, back those hips up. Come onto your left heel, flex the left foot. Again, you can bend the left knee if you need to. And fold. The hamstrings tell you this from doing a year of Ashtanga yoga, which is very much about opening the hamstrings. Every day they're different. So there are some days that I would come to my practice and I could barely forward fold. They would just not cooperate. I could usually tie it to stressful event happening. So some days they were just so open and easy. Good, nice deep breaths. Now, I don't recommend Ashtanga to anyone anymore, but it taught me a lot about how the body responds on a day-to-day basis. One more exhale to fold. And then when you're ready, bend into left knee, bring the hands to the earth. And then again, let's do that nice gentle cat-cow movement here. Good. Just breathing deeply. Now from here, you have a couple choices. You can just stay here, hang out in cat-cow, especially if it's feeling like really good. Or you're welcome to come up and back into a downward facing dog. Or if you want to take a child's pose, go ahead and do that. We're going to just stay for a few breaths. So option 1, cat-cow if it's feeling super good. Option 2, a down dog. Option 3, a child's pose. Whatever allows you to take the deepest breath, let that kind of be your gauge here for practice today. What can I do that lets me breathe deeper? What can I move towards that allows me to deepen? Nice. And then from whatever you've chosen to do, you're going to find your way to a forward fold at the very front side of your mat. So if you're in child's pose, come on up to table. If you're in table, come on up. And everyone, let's come to the front side of your mat and fold. Again, if your hamstrings are super tight today, widen your feet, take them a little wider, bend your knees. Let the back of the neck hang nice and long. Yes, so back of the neck long. Anytime we kind of arch our neck, we're adding to that sympathetic state of the body, more of the fight flight. So just let your neck really hang here. Good. And then when you feel ready, let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen the spine, gentle gaze at the floor. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees as you need to in both places. Inhale, let's lengthen. And exhale to fold. One more inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. And then from here, let's ragdoll your way to stand. So just keep the neck nice and relaxed, and you're just gonna roll your way. It is just like it sounds. Just come up as slowly as you need to. Good. Nice, take your time. Once you come up to the top, Then just bring your hands to heart center, thumbs connecting right there. Take a big inhale and a long, slow exhale. Nice. When you're ready, let's go ahead and take a turn here. We'll take a big wide step out here. So just a big wide step on the leg. We're just gonna do a couple standing poses today. And you're gonna turn your right foot to the right. Have your right heel either intersecting your left arch or in line with your left heel. Take a big inhale to sweep those arms out and an exhale to sit down to your warrior two. So take your eyes right out over that right middle finger. Soften the eyes. Soften the gaze. Good. Just about 3 more breaths here. You can widen your right knee right over toes 2 and 3 and kind of feel what that does to the inner hip, the inner leg. Good. Hands onto your hips or your waist. Let's straighten out the right leg. Go ahead, turn those toes. Turn your left foot towards the left, heel to arch or heel to heel. Big inhale, sweep the arms out, and exhale, and sit down to your warrior two. Yeah, so same thing you did on that very other side. Strong legs. Make sure the left toes don't grip the floor. Press down through outer edge of right foot. Soften the shoulders, the face, and the jaw. And just be as easy as you can with your practice today. Excellent. Just a couple more breaths here. Nice. Bring your hands to your hips or your waist. Straighten out your left leg. Turn your toes. So we're going to take a wide-legged forward fold here. Check out your big toes. Make sure they're in the same alignment here. And then if you want to take your feet a little wider, you can. Bring your hands to hips or waist. Inhale, chest and heart lifts. And then exhale, go ahead and fold. So same thing we did in that very first forward fold. Get the neck long. Your hands can go wherever is comfortable for you. So if you want to leave them up there on the waist, you can. If you want to go ahead, bring them down to the earth or even grab onto outer edges of feet, feel free to do so. Whatever you do, just slow your breathing down. Now, if you need to bend those knees, bend the knees as much as you need to, okay? Be patient with your hamstrings, right? Be patient with your body. Good. And slow the breath down even more here, just a couple more. Check in with your neck. Beautiful. And then when you feel ready, bring those hands back up to hips or waist. You can put a little bend in those knees to protect your back as you inhale to come all the way up and exhale up at the top. Let's take some hip circles here. Last little wide-legged stance thing we do. You can, if you want to bring your feet in a little closer so you get a little more range of motion, you're welcome to. Yes. Good. And then let's reverse. Move the hips in the other direction. Good. Let's come all the way up here. Let's just heel toe. We're going to just come down to the floor. Nothing fancy, no fancy transitions today. Just come on down. And then you're going to bring your hands beside your hips. Take your feet a little tiny bit wider than your hips. Bring those heels to the floor, flex your feet, and we're going to windshield wiper knees side to side. Good. So again, going back into those fight flight muscles, but tell them it's okay. We don't have to go there, right? Say, thank you for protecting me. You guys hear me say that all the time. I talk to my body. When it's tight, I just say, thank you for protecting me. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Good. Let your knees come over to the left. So right knee inside of the left heel. And then you're going to interlace your thumbs here. As you inhale, you're going to reach and stretch out over the left shin bone. Good. Now, as you exhale, kind of round the back and scoop your tailbone under a little bit. There's the front of the right hip. Yep. Inhale, come forward. Now, you don't have to go very far here. Like I said, subtle, totally fine. Exhale, round, go back. Scoop the tailbone under. One more. Inhale, forward. And then exhale, let's come back nice and slowly. Stay back with the tailbone under. Bring your hands behind you, okay? So again, you're gonna scoop the tailbone under. You're gonna feel sensation in the front of the right hip. This could be plenty. You could be here and saying, I'm good. So just stay here if you want to. Focus on relaxing those shoulders. If you wanna come down onto your elbows, you can do that. If it is too much here, okay, if it is too much of an opening, you'll know, okay, you'll feel it. Just come back up to your hands. Just about 5 breaths here. And other reasons you wouldn't come back would be knee pain on the right knee. Never go into knee pain, never push into it. Shoulders relaxed. Try to open up the throat wherever you are. Again, remember to try not to crank your neck whenever possible. One more inhale and exhale. If you're down on those elbows, come back up onto your hands. Okay, and bring your hands back beside you. Flex your feet as you windshield wiper side to side, just giving that a chance to integrate. You may feel a little imprint, as I call it, left behind, front of the right hip. Let's bring knees now over to that right side. So same thing here, the left knee ideally inside of the right heel, and then interlace the thumbs. Good. Same thing, subtle if you need it. Inhale forward, just reaching. Exhale, scoop the tailbone under, come back a little bit. Inhale forward. And exhale back, scoop that tailbone. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Let the breath be really slow on the exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. And then exhale, slow, slow, slow. Come all the way back. Bring those hands back behind you. Again, you may just stay here. This could be a lot, okay? If it's too much, you can even just stay upright. Totally fine. I wish I had told you that on the first side. But bring the hands where it's most comfortable. Knees onto the floor. And then if you want to come down on those elbows and it's not too much, you can do that. Totally fine. Keep the throat open. Keep the breath flowing. So if you come into a position where you can't breathe, again, that's your body protecting you. It is a protective mechanism. So listen back out of it. When people say listen to your body, that's more so what it means. One more full breath here. Gently come back up on those hands. Good. Hands back through center. Let's bring the legs back through center. Let's windshield wiper just a little bit here. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back to the mat and move to your belly. So nice and slowly down to the belly. Let's do just a few little cobra poses here. So bring the tops of your feet down to the floor. Bring the thumbs right there in line with the chest. So remember to keep the neck long. And then you're just going to press into the floor. Inhale, lift up. Again, keep your neck long. Don't worry about how high you go. Exhale, lower all the way down, touch your forehead. Even if you just come up like a ½ inch, it's enough. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift. And then exhale, let's lower down. Bring your palms to stack right underneath your forehead. Take a moment to breathe into your belly. Slow, deep breaths right into the belly.
Awesome. And see if you can feel your low back just releasing as a result of a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Good. When you're ready, let's come up onto our elbows for a Sphinx pose. So elbows right underneath your shoulders, and you can do this little thing where you bring your fingers to touch the elbows to make sure you've got a good distance for your body today, and then hands come back out. So here we are in Sphinx pose. Now we're going to get into the hips a little bit deeper here. So if you get into what we're about to do and it bothers your low back, then go back to stacking your palms and letting your forehead rest, okay? So you're going to bring the right knee out to the side here. So try to have your knee in line with your hip and your knee also in line with your heel. Good. And then if you're still on your elbows, just slightly pull the right shoulder back to be in line with the left. If it bothers your back, lower down to stacked palms. If you want to, you can straighten the right leg out, come to the inside edge of your right foot. Good. Always remember to move towards that more subtle place if you need it today. If you're good here and you want to stay here, go for it. If you're just down there with a palm stacked, stay there and breathe into it. It's just where you're supposed to be. If you want a little bit more here, you can start to lower down, bring those thumbs in line with your chest, roll the shoulder blades together and inhale up into a cobra shape, okay? So whatever you're doing, even if your palms are stacked and you're resting right there, breathe into it. Nice deep breaths. Good. So good to release those hips. One more inhale wherever you are. And then everybody exhale to stack your palms, let your forehead rest. Bring the legs back together. And then you're going to bend your knees, windshield wiper your knees side to side. Helping to release the low back. Just some nice deep breaths here, in and out of the nose. Awesome. Good. Let's bring the legs all the way down, and then we're going to do the other side. So you can start off in Sphinx pose and just see how you feel, okay? Or if you know you kept your palms stacked on the other side, just do that on the other side here. And then bring the left knee again out to the side. So stay here if this is good for you. And then notice the left shoulder, kind of pull it back in line with the right. If you want to stretch that left leg out, come to the inside edge of your foot, you're welcome to do that. Awesome. Again, this may be enough and plenty and perfect. If you would like to lower all the way down, bring those thumbs in line with the chest, engage, roll the shoulders together to meet, and then inhale up here. Breathe here nice and deeply, in and out of the nose. Slow, steady, easy breath. Awesome. And then wherever you are, everybody, let's meet with palms stacked right underneath forehead. Bring the legs all the way back together. Take a few breaths here. Good. And then windshield wiper knees side to side just to release what we did. Awesome. And then when you're ready, let's bring the legs all the way back down to the floor. And then come all the way over onto your back. We're going to do one little back bend before we going to jump back into those hips. So feet are hip width, knees are hip width. You're going to press your feet down and then inhale, lift those hips up. So some nice compression for the spine. Now don't turn your head or your neck once you get here. Okay, just a few breaths. Do whatever is most comfortable for you with those arm bones. You can just leave them flat to the earth or grab outer edges of mat. Anything you want to do here, just about 2 more breaths. Then on your next exhale, slowly lower those hips all the way down. And then let's bring the soles of the feet together, the knees open. You can bring your hands wherever they just kind of land. So mine sometimes just pop right on top of the hips and just rest there, kind of like a nice embrace.
Feel the breath back in the body now. There may be more of a channel onto the diaphragm to just breathe. Awesome. And then when you're ready, let's bring those feet back to the floor. And we're going to hug the knees now into the chest. Good. And you can just keep your fingers interlaced if that's comfortable for you. If you want to bring one hand on top of each knee or any other variation here. Just breathe in and out of your nose. Nice. And then we're going to keep your right knee hugging in. Take your left foot to the floor. Keep your left knee bending just for now, just to see how this feels, okay? And then you're gonna circle the right knee around. So you can kind of loosen your grip up a little bit just to get some nice circles into that right hip, bringing that warmth and circulation there. Awesome. And then let's go ahead, circle the knee in the other direction. Good. Nice. And then let's come back to center and we're gonna switch the grip so it's behind that right thigh, okay? And then you're gonna reach and stretch your right heel towards the ceiling. So here's the hamstrings again. Now you're welcome to keep the left foot flat on the floor, or if you would like to walk the left heel out, you can do that. And if you wanna walk those hands up the right leg, you can. So pay real close attention to your low back, so connected to those hips. If it becomes strain on the low back, then keep your left foot on the floor with a bent left knee. Good. Try to breathe into the back of the right leg. So energetically sending that releasing energy, the healing energy into the back of the right leg. Awesome. If your left heel is down, bend the left knee, bring your left foot back to the floor, and then let's bend our right knee, bring the right foot back to the floor, bring the hands beside you, bring soles of feet together, let knees open. Back up into Supta Baddha Konasana, taking hands, again, just where they kind of intuitively, naturally go. Taking a moment to feel the difference between your right hip and your left hip. So if we can bring our mind into what is actually happening, my right hip maybe feels different than my left, right? It eventually begins to train the mind to be present with what is happening versus our story about it, which is typically a different thing. Awesome. Go ahead and bring the feet back to the floor. Let's bring both knees back into the chest. Again, once you bring those knees back in, you may still feel a little difference between right hip, left hip. The imprint might be gone. Either one is correct. Keep your left knee hugging in. Let's bring that right foot all the way down. Keep your right knee bending for now. Okay. And then some nice big circles with the left knee. Loosen up your grip if you need to. Move the hand somewhere else if you need to. Just getting that synovial fluid, the fluid that nourishes the joints, to flow down into that left hip. And breathing. Circle the knee in the other direction. Awesome. And find neutral. And then you're going to switch the grip to go back behind the left thigh. You're going to start up at the top, and then you're going to straighten the left heel towards ceiling. Now you can totally keep the left knee bending. If you would like to take your right heel out on the floor and it's totally okay with your low back, do that. Sometimes flexing that right foot a little bit helps. And then again, take the grip where it's comfortable on the left leg. So you can walk up the leg, you can walk down the leg, pull the pinky toe edge side of your left foot back towards the left hip. Notice your shoulders, your fingers, face, and jaw. Let all of those areas just relax. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself just be. Good. Soften into where you are now. Nice. And then everybody bring your right foot back to the floor. Release the grip off the left leg. Bring your left foot down to the floor. One more Supta Baddha Konasana. soles of feet come together, knees open, hands go where they go, and breathe. You may notice a little bit more ease in your breath, the ability to lengthen your exhales out just slightly longer, the ability to soften. Good. Let's bring your knees all the way back into the chest. And we're gonna do one more little thing here before we twist. We're gonna do a supported shoulder stand for a full minute. So if you have a full shoulder stand practice that you feel like doing today, I do, and I don't feel like doing it, then you can do that. Otherwise, you're gonna bring your hands down beside your hips and then just float your feet up to the ceiling. You can absolutely bend those knees, okay? So a full minute here. And if it begins to be straining on your thighs, you're feeling pressure or tension there, you can just go back to hugging your knees in. Either way, you're still going to be getting an inversion. Now, an inversion is this is an inversion. It is allowing the heart rate to slow down. So the blood from the legs flows into the torso and it gently asks the heart to just slow down. It's a nice thing to do if you're having anxiety, if you have tension. Some nights, if I wake up and can't go back to sleep, I will just do this lying in bed with a little alternate nostril breathing to layer on. So just little tricks that you can take into your daily life to bring your body more ease when you need it. Slowing the breath down, just a couple more breaths here, wherever you are. Nice. Let's bring the knees to hug back into the chest. Again, you can move a little bit here if you want to, or you can just feel the stillness. And we're going to end with a knee down twist here. So bring your arms out to a T or cactus, palms facing open. Now, if you want to do a different twist, go for it. Or you're just going to drop those knees first over to the left side. And you can turn your eyes towards the right side. Let your right shoulder be nice and heavy. Breathe into the belly. The most powerful things about twists are the breath. You can start to, if you would like, allow your exhales to be a couple counts longer than your inhales. Every exhale, just allowing your body to release little by little, unwind little by little. Good. When you're ready, let's bring your head back to center first, and then knees to center. You can give your knees a nice little squeeze in for a moment here. Awesome. And then bring those arms to a T or cactus, knees to the other side. You can allow your eyes to look away from the knees, allow that left shoulder more than likely to be heavier and heavier. Soften the gaze. Good. You can close your eyes if you'd like to. Again, exhales can be just a little longer than those inhales. Notice if there's any lingering tension in your shoulders or your jaw, anywhere else, just let it go. Now you're going to bring your head back to center first. Bring those knees back into center. You can stay here and just give yourself a beautiful embrace here, or if there's anything else you feel like you need, like circling your hips or grabbing outer edges of feet and doing a happy baby for a little bit here, go for it. Or if you're ready for Shavasana, which is the most important part of practice, then welcome your body into it by finding a position that is comfortable for you today. So if you are uncomfortable lying flat on the floor, You're welcome to get up into a chair, go onto your couch. If you want to still lay on the floor, but your low back is bothering you, you can bend your knees and take a pillow up underneath the knees. But as you come to Shavasana, this resting place, just for a moment, revisit your intention. If you remember what it was, mine was to let go of the negative thoughts, moving towards love always. And breathe that intention back into your body. Take a full inhale, holding it in here, and then a long, slow exhale. We're going to do about 1 minute of the alternate nostril breathing, just like we did in the very beginning of practice. If you know that you don't want to do that, you'll just breathe in and out of your nose here and ignore the instruction. But if you would like to do the alternate nostril breathing here, start to bring your right thumb to plug the right nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Plug the left nostril, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. One more full round. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. All the way out. Hand falls down to rest. Inhale both nostrils. Long, slow exhale out through both nostrils. Begin to scan your body here as I guide you through relaxation, visiting the toes, the feet, feeling a little tingling there as you just bring your awareness and attention down to the toes, letting that travel down into soles of the feet. Feeling a warmth there in the soles of the feet. Allowing your heels to drop down, toes to flop open. The feet relaxing, even sending a nice deep breath there all the way down into the feet. Moving up into the ankles, letting them drop and rest into the earth. The calf muscles full of warmth. As you breathe there, imagine even just breathing down into the calf muscles, letting go of any tension held there, conscious or unconscious. Coming to the shin bones, the awareness of those bones in the legs and just letting them drop so heavily they could just almost fall right through the earth. Coming up to the kneecaps, warming and circling there in the kneecaps. Moving back and behind the kneecaps, backs of the knees. Moving back and behind the upper thighs, the hamstrings again, just letting them relax. Upper thigh bones, letting them be as heavy as possible. Quadriceps, the tops of the thighs, any held tension there, just energetically releasing it, letting it go. Coming to your hip bones, the sensation awareness of the hips and the pelvis. That whole beautiful protective area of the psoas, the hips, the pelvis. You can even whisper lovingly to your body, thank you for protecting me. Thank you for everything you do to support me. And just allow the pelvis, the hips to receive the warmth, to completely let go. The sacrum, the low back, resting. The middle back, just releasing onto the earth, allowing yourself to be held here. Coming to the belly, allowing it to gently rise with the inhale, fall with the exhale. The ribs beautifully expanding on the inhale, falling with the exhale. The heart lifting and expanding, releasing, feeling a beautiful warmth within your chest. As you inhale, that warmth growing more and more, brighter and brighter. And as you exhale, that warmth just surrounding your entire body. Coming into the fingertips, the fingers, that warming attention, energy there, moving into palms of the hands. Accepting and also relieving, releasing. Warmth from the palms of the hands moving to wrists, forearms, elbows nice and heavy. Upper arm bones nice and heavy. The back of the neck just lengthening here again onto the earth. The jaw separating. Tongue nice and heavy in the mouth. That breath just flowing in and out of your nose. Eyes relaxing, falling back into the head. The forehead broadening. Top of the head. All of that warming, healing energy gathering there, very top of the head, like a bright light as you inhale, growing brighter and brighter. And then as you exhale, feeling that light spread from the top of the head all over the torso, legs, and toes, just getting heavier, allowing the earth to hold you. Every exhale, letting your body become heavier and heavier. Again, as though the whole body could just fall right through the earth and feel the warmth, the layers of warmth, fire, magma, core of the earth warming up into the body. Feeling yourself fully supported by nature. In sync, in tune. Taking a full inhale, holding the breath in. And a long, slow exhale. When you're ready, starting to find some small movements here, wiggling fingers and toes. Gently reaching, stretching through arms and legs. Eventually bending the knees, hugging the knees into the chest. Again, a beautiful embrace here. Moving slowly onto your favorite side, just pausing there for a moment. Keeping your eyes closed, staying inside of your body, making your way all the way up to a comfortable seat, similar to the one in which you began. Eyes resting closed. Breath in and out of the nose, back to that even pace. Bring your palms together, let thumbs rest right at heart center. And for a moment, just notice this energy here and now in your body. And just without judgment, kind of compare and contrast it to the first time that we sat this way together not so long ago. Seal in your practice so that it is there later when you need it with your next breath, taking a full inhale and exhale. Jai Bhagwan. Namaste. Thank you guys so very much for coming today, for practicing. It's lovely to have